5-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not...
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kyren Williams, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Matt Amendola now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Rams 7, Cardinals 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, set. 70 Lions. Ready, ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. McBride on the slant. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ranger, 70 Ranger. Panther 11, Panther 11. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 39.
That's good for a Cardinals.
Cup 19.
First and 10 at the 39-yard
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ayuk goes in motion.
at the 30-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now a timeout called for by the... And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
79 Broncos.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Go street.
Ayuk goes in motion.
Warriors 70, 19 Lions. 18 Pioneer. Chop 60, chop 60.
Back to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. There he goes, right side. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyren Williams, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Cardinals, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
You talk about this Rams defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And brought in downfield by Burks. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Hey, check that. Street.
Ayuk goes in motion.
70 Ranger. Panther 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw here. He'll drop this down to Williams, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here we go.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Panther 60. Street. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and 8. Again, it's Williams. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain an 18-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Come on, set. Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Warrior 70. Big Lion. Ready.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Riggs. 19 Lions. 18 Pioneer.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards for number 11.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 5. In motion goes the tight end.
19 tight. 70 Ranger. Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Go.
2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check Bobcat. Cup 19. 18 Rattler.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A try here for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in just shy of the goal line. A fair catch will move this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Whoa! We go 76, Super 66. What's up?
Here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw pulled in by Atwell here. No gain, and it's second down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
We go.
2nd and 10.
Shell.
To the air again. Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. And you start to think, if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Let's go.
Now is 2nd and 10.
Liking 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
79 Broncos. Hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Warriors 70, 19 Lions, 18 Pioneer, Chap 60. Go Chap. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. The work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Traylon Burks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty...
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Screenplay set up for Williams. He'll get it inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking now, and that's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready, set.
Now they send a man in motion right. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Williams will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it. Unfolding so far so good for him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 28-24 game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he gets it up past the 35. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme.
Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security. And
nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. The tackle there by John Johnson.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime Minks had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level.
Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Down the right sideline. He may go. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 7.
17.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hold on. Check. Hard ball. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Value 1. Hey, lift.
They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Super.
Here's Goff. And this one too low.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here we go, fellas. Hey, lift.
Goff on 1st down. Open man right side is cut, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. A give to Williams, running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Hey, 5. Turbo's up.
Out of the gun, Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
After the interception, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
DC. What's that?
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. They'll wind up losing him for 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Counter. Here's Williams. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Okay, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight-ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Cowboy 80. Go street. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll set up to throw. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now they'll change things up.
Check, Panther. Check up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Got it. Ready?
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, so that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Street. Street. Go.
Williams again. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2.
Conversion.
That's caught the 1. So they're able to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They give it to Williams, running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Ready?
25-yard line.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Warriors 70. 19 Lions. Ready?
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
14-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll drop to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Arizona, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire